Hi, this is Stephanie Siddiqui with Touching Worlds, and just want to welcome you and make sure that you see my disclaimer, my website, touchingworlds.com/disclaimer, just talking about doing what feels comfortable for you, also what feels right for you. So remember that. So let's start with our salute. So the right hand is a fist. It represents strength. Fingers together, friendship. Thumb bent, humility. And when we put it together, it means mutual respect. So welcome. It's good to have you. So let's start with closing our hands and smiling. All right, good. I know there's a couple people on Zoom slowly coming in or working out their technical difficulties. So let's start with the hand tapping. So gently tap or rub the hands together. And let's flip the hands. We got another person coming on, good. So let's gently tap the outside of the pinky. Hi for the new people that are joined. All right, let's gently tap the fingers. This is good for heart fatigue, fever and heart fatigue. So hopefully this doesn't happen too often. All right, now let's do the interlocking of the fingers. This is good for the throat and the neck. And it's real important that you get to the end pieces if you can, but if you have, arthritis or something and you can't, just do your best. And let's bring the hands up a little bit higher if they were lower. That can be a tricky part sometimes. All right, good job. Now let's do the outside of the hand, tracing along the outside, keeping the middle fingers open. And this is help with cold preventions and lung ailments. So we should be doing this a couple times a day. And you can do it up to a minute if you want, and it's very gentle, slow movement, soft, and it can even be a rubbing motion. All right, good job. Now let's do the webs of the hands. Just gently tap or rub. And that's supposed to be good for the triple warmer, I believe. The eyes, mouth, and shoulders. It's kind of a weird combo that they have. And then other ankle. All right, good job. Now we're gonna do the back of the hand. So one hand faces up towards the sky, one hand towards the bottom, and we gently tap or rub, and it should be a soft, slow motion. And let's go it the other way. All right, let's flip the hand. The top hand goes down, the bottom hand goes up, and let's gently tap or rub. And this is a hand tapping exercise that I learned from some of my instructors here in the Twin Cities. And I have a free handout or flyer on it. So if you like this, just go to that disclaimer page at the bottom, hand Qigong exercise. It's a PDF file you can download for free. All right, let's flip the hands, and now let's do back of the wrist, back of the wrist. Again, gently tap or rub. I find rubbing to be more soothing, tapping more energizing. And let's flip the hands, and this is supposed to be good for the lower back. So if you have any lower back pain, it helps move that energy along. All right, now we're gonna do the last one, which is the knuckles, the palms, and the thumb. And this is good for headaches. So good one to have in your toolkit. And you can rub too if you have arthritis or discomfort or pain. All right, good job. And that is our hand technique, so good. So let's get into our nice comfortable position. Most people are in a chair that I see, so I'll stay in a chair as well. And we're gonna check in with our bodies and do a little breathing. So finding that nice upright alignment. Maybe I'll try to go a little bit further back so you can see. Hands on your lap or facing inward, whatever feels comfortable. Nice upright position, chin slightly tucked in, and shoulders, hips, and ears in alignment. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and put the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. And imagine that string pulling you to the sky, to the ceiling, feeling upright, feeling light, feeling connected to both the sky and the earth at the same time through our feet. And let's take a deep breath, breathing in through the nose to your comfort level, feeling up an imaginary balloon in our tummy. So let's gently breathe in. And then gently breathe out, squeezing in our tummy, pelvic floor muscles at the same time. Just thinking about it is good enough. It doesn't have to be much force. So let's do that again. Gently inhale to your comfort. And a very gentle exhale, just very lightly squeezing in those muscles. And let's do that again, one more time. Gently inhale. And gently exhale. And let's scan our bodies for any tension, and starting with the top of the head. So imagining what it feels like and just gently letting that tension or tightness and go throughout our body. So going down the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, and the fingers, softening and relaxing as we continue to go down the spine to our hips, to our thighs, to our knees, and our ankles and the feet. Imagining all that tension or stress that may be in the body, gently and relaxing, go back into the earth, letting it be composted as fertilizer. And the earth just loves it. It's fertilizer for the earth, and it lightens you and it relaxes you. So now that we've checked in with our bodies, and you can open your eyes if you feel comfortable, and we'll begin with the warm-up movements from Dr. Paula Lamb. All right, bring up the hands nice and slow, drippy fingers, and then the hands gently coming down, gazing at the floor. This is a very small neck movement, just looking up and looking down as we move our hands. And let's do that one more time, like this. And gently come down. Good. Now let's add on to that. We're going to bring the hands up. We're going to turn the wrist and then gently tuck in the chin. Gently push out. And then I'm gently gazing down at the floor. And let's do that again. Inhale. Tuck the chin. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let's do it one more time, the whole neck movement at your own pace. All right, good job. So that is the neck movement. Now let's go on to the next one. The next one is holding an imaginary ball. Let the hand come down, face the earth. The hand turns inward. And now we open up our chest, going about 60% of our comfort range, and then coming back to center. This is a very nice neck movement, so we want to just move the neck only, not the shoulders. And then we come back to center. And let's do that again, opening up, going about 80% of our neck motion, coming back, and then coming to the other side. And we'll do it one more time each side, and let's do it with our breath. So let's inhale, opening up nice to our comfort level, and exhale. And then we'll go to the other side. And then coming back to center, relaxing the shoulders. Good job. So that is for the neck. Now we're going to move on to the shoulders. So the shoulders are nice and relaxed. Shoulders always belong to the earth. Just think of that. So we're going to gently rise them up and then gently coming down. It doesn't have to be big. Nice and small is better. Some people, if you have your hands in a chair, it can feel like a circular motion. But for me, it's a little awkward with my chair. But let's do it one more time in this direction, and we'll do the opposite. And one more time. Good. So that's a nice relaxing shoulder movement. The next one actually has a name. It's called Gathering Chi. Palms upright. We're going to gather a circle around, going to about our forehead, shoulder height, or it could be smaller if you have any neck issues, you can do a chest height. So we're gonna open up the hands, inhale, and hands slowly coming down. Have it match your breathing. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And slowly exhale. All right, good job. Now we're gonna work on the spine. So for the spine, we have an imaginary ball, chest height, belly height. And we hold it out a little distance, so it's not right against our chest, a little out. The bottom hand is gonna gently rise up, forehead height, gently push out like you're holding up the ceiling and gently pushing down. And we wanna make sure we keep that bend in our arm, and then we turn the hands inward and they gently come back together. So it's a very gentle movement of the spine, going in upright motion. All right, good, looking very good. Hands coming back together. And let's do it one more time each side. If you'd like to think about your breath, inhale, filling up that balloon in our tummy, and then exhale, gently squeezing our internal muscles that we talked about. And the other side. And then gently coming back. Bringing the hands back in that position of holding the ball. Now, whatever hand or elbow's on top is the direction we're going to gently move our spine, lining up our nose with our knee. So we just move a tiny bit, and then we flip the hands, and then we gently carry across. And let's do that again. Flipping the hand, you can have the hand go out or side to side, and gently go across. I like to actually move the hand outward because it gives a little bit more stretch in my upper back. But if you prefer the side to side, that is okay too. The main point, we'll do it one more time each side. The main point is just a very small movement for our spine, just to warm it up. Let's do it one more time, and then gently go across, holding that ball. All right. Good job. So that's a nice little spine movement. Now we're going to move on to the hips. Some of you may like to stand, or some would like you to sit. So do what feels comfortable for you. If you're in a chair for the first knee one, we just put our foot, I know I should put my thing back further, but you put the heel in front, hands in the back, and you know, if you can't put your foot out, I guess you can't see my foot right now, but it goes out a little bit and then you bring it back in. But if you're standing, maybe I can tilt the stand and put it out just a tiny bit further back so I can get my feet in here. Maybe I can't. No, not totally perfect, but a little bit better. So heel in front, hands in the back. We're going to pause in the center to make sure we have the balance. Then the ball of the foot, heel almost touching hands in the front. Coming back to center, and then the heel in front. If you feel super confident, you can go all the way straight through without pausing, and then all the way straight through back. But I would recommend pausing one more time if you feel comfortable. Coming back to center, and the heel in front. And if you notice my back leg back here, it was slightly bent. So that was my bent. This is my straight knee. That's the slight bent knee. So you want to make sure there's a slight bend in that knee. So we're going to do it to the other side now, keeping the one that has the weight slightly bent if you're standing, okay? So we're going to gently bring the foot up front. We're going to pause to the center, foot's in the back, hands in the front. Come back to center, and the foot in front. Good. Let's do that again, pausing in the center, or go all the way straight through if you're able. And it should be a very comfortable movement, not too big of a step. It should be, and let's do it one more time. Coming back to neutral, and that foot in front, hands in the back. All right, good job. So that is the next movement we're gonna do. It's like pressing against a wall. So if you're in a chair, you just open up your leg to the side and you bring it back in. If you're standing, just follow along. Lift the foot, place it down completely. Heel down, foot is straight. I was hoping that I would be able to get my foot, but the angle I think is preventing me. So, but you just lift the foot down. All right, so we're gonna add the hand. Hand goes straight out, so it's not to the side. Some people like to do that. We go straight out. Hand goes across, It's near the elbow, but not touching. Some people like to touch, but there's no touch policy. All right, now we lift the opposite foot. Gently imagine you're holding up a sheetrock or cardboard box. Bring the foot in, drop the hands. We go to the other side and gently press. Bringing the foot in, going to the other side. Inhale. Might feel your tummy muscles engaged. Let go, relax, and other side. And let's do it one more time, each side. Gently press and release and press and release. Coming back to neutral. So we did that 3 times. Now we're done with the hips. Now we move on to the knees. We're going to put our hands like empty hollowed fist by our hips. Our feet are in a V and slightly bent knees. We're going to gently lift one foot, tap it on the ground, opposite arm goes out. So if you're in a chair, you just lift the foot, tap it, and extend both. Come the foot back in. Other side, tap, and extend. All right. If you're in a chair, you may kick all the way, or if you feel comfortable, you may lift the foot and kick. But I recommend if you're newer to not lift the foot. Keep it connected, just tapping on the floor if you're standing. So I'm going to do that, just gently tap. But if you're in the chair, you can tap with the heel first if you want. And let's do it one more time each side. I know we're doing it 4 times, but it's a nice movement. And the other. All right, good job. So that is for the kicking one. That's modified to be easier. Now we're going to move on to the heel, lifting up a foot, placing the heel down, then the toe. Then we shift the weight, opposite arm goes out. So it's just a minor shift forward, and then we bring both back in. Other side, heel, toe. Shift the weight, arm goes out. And then nice and slow coming back. Let's do that again. Heel, toe, inhale. And exhale, nice and slow. It works the fascia muscles, which for me, I love. It feels so good. Nice and slow. Good, let's do it one more time. Thinking about making sure the foot is flat before we shift our weight. Checking the surface of the ground, like you're walking in beautiful green grass. Heel, toe, and shift the weight. All right, good job. So that is for the heels, for the knees. Now we're going to move to the ankles. So I'm going to sit back in my chair, but you may do this standing as well. So whatever you prefer. I'll get a little bit closer. Since you can't see my feet, I'll just use my hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap the heel and the toe. So imagine that's my heel and that's my toe. And we're just tapping the heel up and down. And then we're going to switch to the other foot. And same thing, heel, toe, tapping up and down. All right, good. Now we're going to do 2 different options. You can do, imagine this is your baby toe or a big toe, tapping side to side, or you can do in a circular motion. So do what feels better for you. So tapping side to side. And then let's do the other foot, however you were doing it, side to side or circles. So ankle movement is super important as we age. Women over 50 lose like 50% of their mobility in their ankles, I heard, between the age like 50 to 85. So it's really good to get that motion in the ankles. So open and close. So that's a great thing to do whenever you're listening to a Zoom call, or sitting still. So, all right, good job. So that was Dr. Paul Lamb's warm-up. I've been kind of making this free Zoom class eclectic, using multiple artists, and I'm enjoying that. Since I don't know who's going to drop in week to week, it's kind of hard to teach a continuous Tai Chi movement, so I'm kind of sticking with Qigong. So I like to do Daisy Lee. We did some of her movements before, and I really like that meridian cleansing one that we did last week. So let's begin with that, with our hands in the center in front of our belly. Do what feels right for you, but right hand traditionally for women first, left hand on top, opposite for men, left hand first for men. But do what feels comfortable. So a nice upright position as we were before, feeling centered, feet on the floor. You can do this standing as well if you prefer. All right, so just calming the mind, relaxing. We're gonna gently lift the right hand, which I know is, I'm not opposite, so listen to my, and we're gonna gently go down the left hand. Gently releasing what we don't need. And then we're gonna gently lift the hand up. And then we're gonna go to the other side and going across, gently releasing. And then gently rising the hand up. And then gently bring the hands to the side. And we're gonna go down the leg. So I'm doing a little variations of how Daisy Lee does it. And then trace along the toes. And then gently rise up, coming to the center. So let's do it again, and this time I'm gonna do it a little different. So the one hand rises, and now we're gonna rub the thymus area. Very gently if you have autoimmune issues. And then we're gonna gently move to the shoulder side. This is the lung meridian points in Chinese medicine. Just gently tap it, rub it. And if it's sore, that might be an indication that you need to do a little bit more of it, but it's very gentle. All right, now we're gonna gently bring the hand down, getting rid of what we don't need to the earth. Then we bring the hands up, help the lymph systems, and then we come back to the center, again, gently rubbing the thymus, which helps the immune system, which is a good thing to do, but do very gentle. Now we drop that one hand and we go to the other side, rubbing that other lung point. And now let's gently bring our hands down, letting go of any unneeded energy. Then bring the hands up. And then coming back to the chest. Have the hands come down. Gently trace along the outside of our leg. And trace along the toes if you're able. If you can't, just imagine that you are, and then gently rub the inside of your ankles. And then you come up. Gently rub the inside of the knees. And then we come back to center. So let's do it one more time, another little variation. So the one hand rises, and then gently going down. Gently rise the hand up. Going to the other side, imagine you cleaning all of the meridians, brushing off what you don't need, and bringing back what you do need. Then we're going to put two hands together, go down the right side, and trace along the outside of our leg. Then circling around. And then we're going to go to the other side with the two hands. Gently go down the leg, outside of the pant leg, and then gently come up to the inside of the seam. And then we come back to center. So I did it a little different each time, which is kind of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. So that's the meridian cleansing. The next move that I really like to do from Daisy Lee is the showering chi. So it's kind of similar to the warm-up movement that we did, but it's a little different. So what we do is we bring our hands up, inhale, and then we flip the wrists and the hands sink down. Then we gently rise up and the hands gently come down, nice and slow. Slower the better. Good job. Let's do that again. Inhale. Think about your breathing if you can. Flip the wrist, hands sink down. Gently rise up. Inhale. And the hands slowly come down. Exhale. Let's do that again. It's a really beautiful movement. Let's do it at least 5 times. Bringing the hands up. Inhale. Flip the wrist. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So you can keep that breathing pattern, and I'll just talk about imagine gathering earth energy up and then releasing it letting it sink down. Then gathering beautiful sky, sunlight, vitamin D, whatever you need in your body, bringing it into your cells. And let's do it one more time. Gently inhale. And flip the wrists, then the hands sink down. Then the hands gently rise up. And the hands gently come down. It's a very nice relaxing movement called showering chi. So I hope you enjoyed that. All right, I know I could do another movement if you like, but I think I'll go on to the Chun-Yi Lin, our Spring Forest Qigong movement that we've been kind of doing. And I like to do, you can either do this standing or in a chair, but it's, I forget the exact name, like Small Universe, but I can't, so I feel bad that I forget the exact name, but we want to bring the right hand up, left hand by the belly, and we're going to just gently bring the hand out, and then the other hand is gently going to rise up. And you want a little bit of a gap, you don't want it right against your body, and you want it to go to forehead height and to about your bladder height. So I'm getting alert, I think you guys can see me. The hand gently goes out, not very far, and the other hand's rising. And gently go out. So it's a very nice, soothing motion. And the slower you do it, the better. And if you want to think about breathing, you can think about one hand rising up, inhaling, and the other hand lowering as exhaling. So whatever one hand you want to focus on, the right hand, if the right hand is going down, you exhale, the hand goes up, you inhale. So for me now, I'm going to inhale because that's what's going on. And I gently exhale. This is a very nice, relaxing, slow movement. And hands go down. So let's do it one more time. And the hands slowly coming down. And when your hands get back to the center, we can stop there. So it's a very beautiful movement that he likes to do. And I thought it'd be fun. I got the warning a few minutes ago for 10 minutes or less. So I got 8 minutes left. I like to do some of the tapping movements that Spring Forest Qigong guy Chun-Yi Lin likes to do. And then I'll do Dr. Paul Lamb's quick cool off, okay? So, all right, let's start with the tapping motion that he likes to do. Take a cup, so make a little hollow area, and we bend our head a little bit forward, and we tap the top of our head 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then he goes to the eyebrows, and we tap 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we tap underneath the eye sockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know today he talked about rubbing the inside of our throat, but this is a gentle rubbing up and down motion. And we can do that a few times. This will help if you have a cough or vomiting or nauseousness, he says. So this is a nice thing to do. And then we gently rub that lung meridian point, and it doesn't really matter which side, but left side's always good to do first. Gently rub, and then we can do the other. Good. Now let's do the inside of the arm. So start with the left hand first. I know it might look the opposite for you, but we're going to cup the hand. Gently tap 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to tap down the arm, starting with the shoulder. And just going down, we'll do it 3 times. We'll go to the other side. Tap 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting with the shoulder. And one more time. All right, good. And then you like to do the wrist points. So the wrist points are good for the kidney meridians. So we want to just pick one side, tap it, and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you don't actually flip it, he just does it one way. And then the next is the knees. Well, actually, the rubbing, sorry. So it's rubbing the inside. I'll get closer so you can see where the thumb and the finger meets, that little tender point. We want to start with the left hand and gently rub. And he talks about how we start out gentle. Gentle brings energy. And then you go a little bit firmer, but not too hard. And then that releases energy. So then you go light, that brings in energy, and then go a little bit harder, that releases energy. Let's do it one more time. Bringing in energy, and then releasing. And then we'll do the other arm, that tender point, gently doing that in a circular motion. You can imagine bringing in light, healing light energy into that point. All right, now let's do the inside. So you bring the third finger in, and that's the point we want to rub, starting with the left hand, just very gentle at first, then a little bit harder. But again, it should not feel any pain, maybe a little discomfort if you're tender there. But this helps with emotional balance. All right, let's go to the other side. Again, putting that third finger in. So this is a good one if you're feeling emotional. You can start rubbing, and it doesn't look too obvious if you do it. It's a good one to hide, like right if you're in an emotional movie and you don't want to share your emotions. You can kind of hide it that way. So, all right, good ones with the massaging. Now let's do the knees. So we're gonna tap the left knee first, tapping on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the top of the knees, I think I did it reverse order now, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that is Spring Forest Qigong's little routine. Let me see if I have enough time to do Dr. Paul Lamb's Cool Out Down. I do. So let's do that. So he always starts with open and closing the hands. All right, good. So let's tap the thighs. Crisscross is better. And the other side. All right, good. Let's bring the hands together. And let's do the gathering circle, or the gathering chi, I mean, which is like going around a circle. And hands slowly come down. Inhale. Beautiful oxygen. Bringing the oxygen to our body. Inhale. Bringing beautiful sunlight, vitamin D, and filtering out what we don't need from the sun. And let's do that again. Inhale, beautiful moisture. And bringing that moisture into our cells. And let's do it 2 more times, bringing in beautiful aroma, flowers, blossoms, and slowly enjoying, sensing that aroma. And let's do it 1 more time, bringing in that good positive energy, and really feeling that within our body. Feeling how good that feels. And let's do the last one. I know I'm doing a little different order. It's that flying eagle, I like to call it. So we bring our hands in, lift up your heels if you can, and then gently exhale, opening up your wings. Inhale, tighten up the tummy, lift the heels, exhale, letting go. Nice and slow, like you're flying in the sky. Then you rest on the branch in the tree. And then you open up when it feels right. And you trust life. Then you come back to that branch, feeling strength. And then having the courage to move forward. And let's do that 1 more time. Lifting up the heels, tightening up the tummy. And exhale, letting go. Nice and slow. All right, let's do the traditional Dr. Paul Lamb way. I like that when I do it really slow. Is gently tighten up your fist, inhale, lift up the heels, tighten up the tummy, and then gently release. So this is a easier, smaller version of it. and then exhale. I wouldn't know if it's easier, but it's smaller. So you just gently tighten up and gently letting go, gathering what you need and letting go. Let's do it one more time. Bringing the hands together, releasing, and then we can come back together and we can send good positive energy to each other. Good job. All right, let's do our salute. So right hand's a fist. It represents strength. Fingers together, friendship, thumb bent, humility, and together in the palm of the left hand, mutual respect.